Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Whitebeard's World. Minecraft 1.3.2. And I'm Whitebeard. Glad you could join me. I want you to understand that this is my world as well as yours. And I'd like some participation. I'm looking for suggestions. I want you all to know that you're going to be part of this. So any comments, suggestions, be taken seriously. It is a new world. It's a new day. And as you can see, we're in the middle of a jungle biome. Now, I did something that I don't normally do, and that was research a seed. And I wanted a jungle biome not too far from my spawn, and one of these, a jungle temple. I've got some ideas for a jungle temple. Possible rail hub, portal room. I'd like to build an enchanting room. Might have to expand it. We'll go below it, whatever we have to do. If you got any suggestions on that, let me know. I'm also going to do something that I've never done before, which I know you're going to find it hard to believe, but I've never built a treehouse. I've seen people build them, and I've got some different ideas on what I want to do. That normally when somebody builds a treehouse, they utilize the branches, but they never do anything with the inside of the trunk. We're going to utilize the inside of this trunk. I'm looking for ideas, suggestions, so feel free to comment. I think before that, though, we have to get this area cleared out a little. People don't like being in the jungle. It's a little claustrophobic, so we're going to have to clear this out, maybe level it out a little bit. Get a little elbow room in here. Along with clearing this out, I'm going to try and make it as mob proof within this general area as possible. I know that's kind of a little bit impossible. Yeah, looks like we found an ocelot. That's a little bit impossible, but any suggestions? Something that I thought about and I started here was mobs won't spawn on leaves. So I thought about covering the ground with leaves. Any other suggestions? Let me know. Once we get this all taken care of, I want to put in some general area lighting, and I could eat. I want to put in some area lighting, and that'll involve redstone and some of the resources, a lot more resources than we've got right now. So that'll be a little later on the road. And implement a day-night sensor. Found one here recently that's very cool. Not resource intensive. It's quiet and it's fast. But when it comes time, we'll talk about that later. We can come in later on and put in mob grinders or sand generators. I think that there's some water over that way. Maybe build a mob grinder out over the water or up in the air. And I think that there's a desert, at least a small one over in that area, so we might be able to get sand for various building materials and glass. I haven't explored too much. There's one reason that I've done that. Well, first off, I didn't want to leave you out on anything. And also, in my last world, I used a mod. And yes, I am not against using mods. It was called Millionaire. And it provided somebody to trade with and eventually become part of their village. The unfortunate part of it was that they only generated villages far outside of an area that I had already explored, and this meant that sometimes I was traveling for 2, maybe even 3 days in Minecraft time to get to a village. And there's certain other aspects to that mod that it kind of became inconvenient. So we have a lot of work to do here, and this tree house is going to be big. So I've got resources to gather around here. I've got some more trees growing. As far as some of this construction, I'll probably do some of it, and maybe even most of it off camera. I don't want to bore you, but as far as mods are concerned, I said I'm not against mods. You play the game the way you want to play it. That's fine by me. I prefer to play the game with as little intrusion on gameplay as possible. As I said, this mod that I used before basically gave you some place to go. It set up some extra quests, and it gave you somebody to trade with and places to visit in a single-player world. It didn't really impact gameplay all that much. I myself don't like using mods that impact gameplay that much. If you have any suggestions on mods that we might be able to use, again, send me a link, PM me, I'll have a look at it. Maybe at some point we'll do a mod spotlight. So yeah, send me suggestions, send me ideas. That's what I'm looking for. Some might argue that a texture pack, which I have on here, is a mod. It is, but it doesn't impact the gameplay the way the game works. I'm kind of a creative personality, I guess you'd say, and as far as I'm concerned, anything that makes the game look better than the default probably is a good thing. So not against mod texture packs. If you have any suggestions, if there's something you'd like to see, again, send me a link, suggest, comment. Always looking for feedback. Game glitches. As far as they're in the game, I see nothing wrong with exploiting game glitches. There are several in 1.2.3. I don't know what's going to stay in 1.4, which they're saying is right around the corner. And I hope that anything we do in the world here doesn't break when they come out with the final. I don't play the snapshots. I have seen some of the videos. Looks like some very, very, very cool things coming out. So look forward to it. As far as game modes, I pretty much have always played in survival mode, and that's really what I'm most comfortable with. And that's what I intend on playing in. As far as resource gathering and exploration, etc., that'll all be done in survival mode. Like I said, that's what I'm most in touch with. It's what I've always played in. Yeah, so that's what we'll be playing in. Creative mode. There may be times where I'll go into creative mode. They would be rare. The only reason that I could think to go into creative mode in this world, I do have a test world that is a creative world, but as far as really playing the game would be on a rare occasion where there might be an impossible way, which there really isn't any impossible way, but an impossible way of placing a block. Let's see if I need a quick nap here. Again, creative mode, unless there was some reason to go into it that I couldn't attain what I wanted to attain in survival mode, or if there was a time constraint that was put on. Now that I'm sharing this with everybody out there, there may be time constraints placed on me by a recording schedule or by things that happen to me in real life. Very, very rare that I would go into creative mode, and I would certainly let you know if I had done that. One idea about this treehouse, I think what I want to do is running up through the center of this, I want to put an elevator, because there's some things I have some for ideas up in the upper part of this tree where an elevator would come in handy. My thought on it right now is like a minecart elevator, not too resource intensive, pretty easy to build, functions, which we don't know what's going to break in 1.4, but let me know your ideas on that. It's also very quiet. I'm kind of a puzzle guy. If there's any other games out there that you'd like to see, please send me suggestions. In particular, as far as puzzle type games, and maybe we'll do some playthroughs. This is going to kind of be a let's play and let's build and let's adventure. I want to share this with you. I think that there's a lot of value in sharing with the community, and I think that there has to be more of that. I'm not the only one that's got good ideas. There's a lot of great ideas out there, and I think we make ourselves stronger, and it's more enjoyable when we all share ideas. I have some ideas for subscriber specials. I don't think it'll happen right away. The first one I've got in mind is going to take about 20 or 25 subscribers. So it's probably going to be a little bit before that gets implemented. The reason for that is that we need all the ideas and input that we can get. And then essentially what happens is the subscribers get highlighted in this project. So yeah, I want to involve you all as much as I possibly can. Well, this has kind of been an introductory episode. Again, feel free to subscribe. If you think it sounds like a good trip, give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned for the next one. Everybody take care. Bye.